The Lord is I shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh I like down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I rasta, I go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Unu prepared a table before I, in the presence of my enemy them. Unu anointed I head with unu oil. Me cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy I go follow I all the days of I life. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Jah kadema way grow my be. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. And again, here we are not neutral, never claim to be. We have taken sides, the side of the truth. That is why we keep saying we are the headquarters of the truth. And my name, Blakk Rasta. Now in every traditional African home there is a black pot, and each time this black pot sits on the fire there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes and sizes, aromas and even flavors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot, where they are subjected to some good amount of heating. At the end of the day they produce sumptuous food in all its palatability for the nourishment of the family. That is what we do here literally. We pick up ideas from all walks of life, all and sundry. Subject this to some forensic scrutiny. Right after that, we pick up the creme de la creme of all these ideas and use that for the development of our people, our continent, our land. This is the Black Pot, aka Kuku Shiunemo, where we speak truth to power. And we are live on Facebook. We are also live on YouTube. We are also on X, formerly called Twitter. We are also on Instagram. You can also find us on TikTok, where we are taking and talking with the hands of patriotism. My brother, my sister, this is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Maybe you have a story you want us to follow up on. We are so good at that. And we are so excited to be at your service. Remember to share this broadcast. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do. Take just 1 second. Hit on the subscription button and also hit on the notification button so that anytime we are on, you would be reminded to watch us. This is the channel of truth. This is the headquarters of the truth. And my name, Blakk Rasta. And of course, today we have 3 very important issues to look at, and we are beginning late today because we have been running around and digging and interviewing and collecting so much information. In this edition, you will see how much work we have put into this. My brother, my sister, I want to say thank you so much for your patience, and I appreciate you for continually being part of this family with all patience. One more favor, share the broadcast. If you haven't subscribed, time to do that now. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Without much ado, story number 1. Watch this. Beware of Kennedy AGYAPONG, dangerous and dirty tribal bigots. I have decided to take away my support for Kennedy Agyapong because I have realized that he's a dirty tribal bigot. In fact, for some time now, I told myself, oh, let me give Kennedy Agyapong a chance. Because this is a man who genuinely wants to see people grow. He genuinely wants to be in the service of God and country. He has done a lot of work in terms of philanthropy. But my brother, my sister, I chanced upon a tape, and this tape has broken my heart. Kennedy Agyapong is nothing but a dangerous, dirty, tribal bigot. It hurts me. We were here a few days ago to talk about Bawumia. My brother, my sister, and when it comes to talking about Bawumia, we open the guns. Because remember, here we stand with the truth only. It doesn't matter who you are, how much influence you have, whatever you carry and what you don't carry is all in the service of God and country. Kennedy Agyapong is a dangerous, dirty, tribal bigot. And I'm so ashamed. My brother, my sister, who is this guy called Kennedy Agyapong? He was born in 1960. So he's 65 years young. He believed that by the age of 60, he was going to be able to buy a private jet. But 60 came and passed, and he wasn't able to do it. He still said he could have bought it, but he had other priorities. Fine. He's a businessman who likes to do a lot of philanthropy. He has helped a lot of people from all walks of life. He was born in Asindompim. He went to school there and also some schools in America and beyond. He is not a man who is so enthusiastic about schooling. All he thinks about is business. And as he told us, anytime he goes to bed, he dreams about fight. He just wants to fight and fight and fight. He wants to be the president of Ghana. He has gone through a lot of controversies. Many have ruled him out. But some of us who saw the light in him believed that we could give him a chance. Until the tape that I saw yesterday. My brother, my sister, he's on tape to have released some verbal, tribal tirades, my brother, my sister, against the AGYAPONG in the past. And the matter went into some kind of investigation. Are you inciting violence against AGYAPONG? He gave a very beautiful explanation to the investigators, and everywhere went cool. He even had the opportunity to go all the way to the Volta region to campaign, and the people received him nicely. My brother, my sister, this is Kennedy Agyapong. He was voted into the parliament from the year 2000, and he had won over and over several times until he himself said he was tired and decided to walk out. And what did he say? That parliament had become so cheap. Any Tom, Dick, and Harry could be part of it, and he didn't want to be that Tom, that Dick, and that Harry. My brother, my sister, this is the principled Kennedy Agyapong. My brother, my sister, in the run-up to the election, he vowed that he was not going to support Bawumia because Bawumia was nothing but visionless and a liar. But he was convinced, and he decided to follow Bawumia on the campaign trail. Later, we're told that he received a gift of 5 million Ghana cedis. Some said it was 5 million American dollars. But the man who gave up the money said it was 5 million Ghana cedis. Kennedy Agyapong came back to tell us, even that money, in fact, his supporters said that money, 5 million Ghana cedis, was nothing. When he followed Bawumia on the campaign trail, he gave that out as gifts, more than that, to the people. I believe that Kennedy Agyapong is a man who likes to give out things. But my brother, my sister, come here. It is sad. He was in Achim, and over there in Achim, he spoke to the Achim people. And what did he say? Point blank. It's carried all over Ghana. Let's start with Ghana Web. How did Ghana Web capture this sad story? Ghana Web put it out. And that's it. Kennedy Agyapong urges Akans to back his flag bearer bid, warns of becoming slaves in MPP. Run the story and watch this. Watch how the story rolls. My brother, my sister, it's a sad story. The new Patriotic Party flag bearer aspirant Kennedy Agyapong has urged Akans, particularly those in the southern parts of the country, to rally behind his bid to lead the party, warning that failure to do so could render them slaves within the NPP. Now, addressing delegates in Chebi in the Eastern region on Wednesday, November 12, 2025, Agyapong veered into tribal-toned messages, insisting that Akans must support their own in the ongoing flag bearer contest. Now, according to him, northern political actors are united behind a single candidate, adding that those who refuse to align are being intimidated. He argued that the same level of unity is lacking amongst Akans, whom he described as royals, cautioning that this unity could relegate them to the background in the NPP. Dash it away. So you see, Akans, come and support my bid. In the north, the Northerners are all rallying around one candidate. Those who are refusing to rally, chiefs are telling them that they will kick them out of the land. They are intimidating them. And Kennedy Agyapong finds this beautiful enough to use as a message to get Akans rally around him. How did My Joy Online capture this story? And it's a very credible site for news. Watch this. It says MPP primaries, Kennedy Agyapong launches tribal tirade, calls for Akans to reject minorities. Run the story. NPP flag bearer aspirant Kennedy Agyapong has launched a controversial tribal tirade in his latest campaign message to party delegates. Run it quick. And the story continues, addressing MPP delegates in Chebi in the ABOAGYE'S South constituency of the Eastern region on Wednesday. Mr. Agyapong urged Akans to rise up and reject minority tribes in the country to claim what he described as their rightful place in the NPP flag bearer race. Now, the former MP said he could not understand why MPs from the northern part of the country could unite behind one candidate in the NPP race, while MPs from the south, particularly Akans, failed to do the same for him, one of their own. He warned that such disunity could lead to royals becoming slaves if not addressed. Dash it away. My brother, a few days ago, it came out that some people were calling Bawumia a slave because he didn't have the royal blood in him, the royal NPP blood, and for that matter, he was an outcast. When he was running around, killing himself for the party, they saw him just as a slave. As this guy here, an MP for Asante Achim South, says, Bawumia is an outsider and like a slave who was brought in to serve as he is not fit to occupy the main seat as our leader. We condemned this bigot. My brother, my sister, we spoke against this bigotry. At the end of the day, Bawumia is running around campaigning, and many people are saying that he's also spewing tribal comments when he goes to the northern region, asking the chiefs and Muslims to vote for him because he's a northerner and at the same time a Muslim. And we have heard tapes of that. For Kennedy Agyapong, this is good enough for him to react to. If he's doing tribal politics, let me also do tribal politics. This guy is not fit for president. How could you all of a sudden throw away your conscience and your common sense? Oh, they are stealing, so me too, I'll go and steal. What kind of president do you want to be? They are stealing, oh, for that matter, me too, I have to steal. Are you crazy? What kind of a country are we building? If we have condemned Bawumia right from the start and said that his political career is finished, you, Kennedy, too, you are following him to kill your own political ambitions and careers? Oh, what a shame, Kennedy. I am so disappointed I couldn't sleep last night. I said, look at the man that I've been supporting on the ground all this while. Because I believe that we need somebody who is not a mainstream politician. Somebody like Trump with a bit of common sense. And I thought that that would have been Kennedy. But look how low and how cheap he can also be. After an allegation of giving you 5 million Ghana cedis for you to step out and join Bawumia and support him after all that you said about Bawumia, you were not ashamed to go after the same man you criticized and said he was nothing but a liar. You followed a liar on the campaign trail. And now, what am I hearing? Akans should come together. Omuna omuye adishie. They should come together. And when they come together and support their very own, then they would know that they are true royals, or else they will become slaves. Can you entrust this country to Kennedy Japan? I don't care what prophecies have been said. I don't care which prophet has said what about who. My brother, I don't care who has how much money. I care about the thoughts and the common sense. It doesn't look like Kennedy Japan has the common sense. And I am shocked. Having been criticized all this while about being a tribalist, then you go to the Akan place, and when you listen to the tape, which will be playing very soon, he said in the tape that the Akans are more than any other ethnic group in Ghana. And when they come together, they would certainly be able to control the whole of Ghana. What a shame. And people are supporting this. What is wrong with us? What is wrong with us, brethren? And some people will not tell him the truth because he will give them some cocoa and kose. My brother, it doesn't matter how much you give me. It doesn't matter how many promises you make to me. I have a conscience, and my conscience is for generations yet to come. Hey, you could be my brother, you could be my sister. If you don't have common sense, you have to go back to the school of common sense. The only way I will ever come back and say, okay, you know what, Kennedy, I'll give you another chance, is when he apologizes for this nasty remark. I am shocked. Look, national security should be looking for Kennedy Japan to pick him up, because this thing that he has said has the tendency of setting the whole nation on fire. Hey! That dirty party, the so-called NLM, National Liberation Movement, which Nkrumah called the National Liars Movement. My brother, my sister, came together, and it was so much of Akanization. They were only trying to gather Akans and separate themselves from the rest of Ghana. That is what Kennedy Japan is returning to. NLM, or say Yao Akoto, Bafo Yao Akoto. This party was formed somewhere on the 16th or the 19th of September in 1954. Yes, 19th of September. 1954. I am so disgraced. Right now I cannot go home. Because if I go home, my little children are going to look at me in the face and say, oh, the other day you told us that this man is a good man. But we have heard that this is what he has said. I'm speaking tongue in cheek. Let's listen to what Kennedy Japan said. And this one was posted by Ghana Web. There is some kind of sound under it. Don't worry about the sound. Just listen clearly to what Kennedy Japan, the tribal bigot, said. Listen to this.
Yeye mistake. It is any public to me come home, say Omudi, Omwe. But a 2 years so they are any day in Papa. Eba young quantum, see, I'm saying thing. Not the Biayan Papa more, eba young for action. Yes, young Kabum, a Kabum or a dog, such a woman. She never more. I mean, Sonia, come where I sɛ woduru baabi a obɛtumi ka kyerɛ wo sɛ me ɛnka support bɛma omiyi m'anim a yɛbɛka sɛ mabi kyerɛ ne nnua na wo deɛ abua kwa ne deɛ wombi kyerɛ wo nnua abua kwa ne wo deɛ wombi kyerɛ wo nnua nea bi yɛ kwaku a ɛnyɛ wo dɛ no ɛmfa nyɛ kwasi ɛmo na wa sɛ nipa dodoɔ no mmom no yɛtena hɔ ma ketewa no mmom discriminate against us. Wake up! You have to wake up and defend what Kasa Otum for so kind. Was a more sensitive Why? You go to the north and all MPs gang up. Who give one support to one candidate attacks on you. Lord, forgive them, for they don't know what they are doing. Yensro biawo eyekuru and yepe ba wuntumi nkokrom enkobɔ tribal oba ha dia ye nyina ye nyeko tribal politics a ekose mo ho ye mwanwa asa mo de mu nhuni adehye bɛda ko sɛ suba wo yansesa dehye obɛda ko me na me ka kyerɛ mo ne mizro yaye ding no yamon bi se kanele Japan ni mem asem ne ko enko en so boy akuriye nti ena am ma yesese emu ena me di mani Bedu baby also a come to correct your money. What do we call you for your campaign?
What's the sense in this? This man wants to be president. So when you become president, should it happen, what would you do with the people of the North? You have already told the whole Ghana that Asantes, Akans are royals. You are supporting the stupid lie that people from the North are slaves. Because of politics. Are you better than people from the North? Are you more handsome than people from the North? What nonsense. I don't get this. Because of politics, because of hunger for power, let Bawumia continue fooling himself. We have rejected him. We don't like him. As for Bawumia, he's a true slave because he came to serve as a mate when he should have been a co-pilot. So he's a slave. We were listening to you because we felt that, oh, Canada, Japan can be on the other side. All of a sudden, you've gone back to wear your old suit. Akans should come together. Akans are royals. If they don't support you and other Akans, they will continue to be slaves in the party. And that in the North, chiefs are doing A, B, C, D. Let them do whatever they are doing there. The voter knows who has the common sense. And for some time we thought you had it, but now I know that you don't have it. You are a buffoon like the rest of them. It hurts. It hurts. Listen to what Kennedy Japan said. Bawumia has lost already. He's already in the gutter. You have allowed him to drag you into the same gutter. And you are talking against the people in the North. Does he have people in the North who support him? Does he have people in Eweland who support him? Does he have people in some other parts who are not accounts who support him? This is the time to stop supporting him. Because he doesn't value you. He says once he gets the account people, they will form a formidable force. In fact, they outnumber every other ethnic group in Ghana. That's a tribal bigot. He's not smart. Politics is a game of numbers. It's the same foolish thing KT Ahmad went and said, that the youth cannot rule themselves because they have coconut heads. He forgot that Africa has the biggest percentage of youth in the whole world. It's the youngest continent. And all the youth stepped back and showed him that majority carries the vote. My brother, we saw Alu Mahama rejected him and took somebody else. Kufuor competed against some people in the north. We kicked all those people and picked Kufuor. The people of the north, what have they done to you? Everybody in the north who supports Kennedy Japan, it's time now to dissociate yourself from him. Let him go with his Akan people. They are the royals. The rest of us who are not Akans, we are the slaves and the idiots. Teach him a lesson. If he doesn't apologize, it is done. What nonsense? What nonsense? He doesn't even respect the Northerners around him. If I was a Northerner working for this guy, I will leave. If I was an Ewe working for this guy, I will leave. If I were some other whatever aside Akan, I'll leave him. And in fact, even if I was Akan with common sense, I will leave him. This is a guy who can set the whole country ablaze with some of these thoughts that are not witty. I am angry. Beware of people like this. They will bring Rwanda to Ghana. As for Baumia, he's more than just an idiot. He is the slave. We thought Kennedy would have been wiser. But they are in the same soup. Idiots, the two of them. Get them away. Dash is the Black Port, aka Kukushonimo. And here we speak truth to power. When we return, we have more. Hey! Hey! Wayo! It's the Black Port, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. Well, Kennedy Japan has released a press statement where he's trying to say he didn't say what he said. We are not idiots. I've seen that press statement. I've seen what he said. We are not idiots. I'm not even putting that press statement here. It's the Black Port. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, time now to do that. Hit on the subscription button, hit on the notification button as well, and anytime we are on, you would be, in fact, reminded to watch us. My brother, my sister, this is the Black Port, aka Kukushonemo. Please share the broadcast so many more people can be part of this story. Number 2. Watch this, my youths. May God kill me if I impregnated Samuel ABOAGYE'S wife. And who is speaking? STICKA. He's an MP, Stephen Amoa. That's him. My own classmate, in fact, my schoolmate, he was 2 years ahead of me. He went to school at Opokuware. From Opokuware, he came to TI Ahmadiyya Secondary School for 6th form. We used to call him STICKA. And the same STICKA has remained with him. He was the one who was caught on tape crying in an interview that Nana Addo had done so well, but Ghanaians were not ready to give him his flowers. Today, I'm sure he's regretted saying things like that because Nana Addo was nothing but a useless, irresponsible president. He gave us an empty hole for almost 100 million Ghana cedis. In his regime, people were stealing with two hands, left, right, and center. All of them are beginning to stand trial, one after the other, under the watchful eyes of Iyoko and the office of the special prosecutor, alongside the office of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice. My brother, my sister, Nana Addo would go down in history as quoted in the words of Martin Kpebu as the most useless president this nation has ever had. This is Sticka, aka Stephen Amwa. Now, the family of Samuel Aboagye, the man who lost his life on August 6, 2025 this year, in the Z9 Harbinger military-style aircraft, just over the mountains of Obuasi. This gentleman here, only 35 years old. He was born in 1990. In fact, he saw the woman of his dreams, one Abigail Salami, aka Joy Linda, and he was so much in love with this girl. Now this lady here comes all the way from the Upper East region, specifically Sandema. They fell in love. They dated for a number of years, and then they got married. When they got married, it looked like the marriage was quite rocky. And Samuel Aboagye decided that, you know what, my pretty wife, please go to school. And she flew all the way to America to school. After school, the mother came to tell her son, Sammy, your wife, hasn't she finished school yet? Oh, she has, but anytime she comes, she gives me problems. Let her continue to stay there, according to the mother. And within that period, on the 6th of August, bam, helicopter crash, and 8 people lost their lives. He was the youngest member of that disaster, Samuel Aboagye. My brother, my sister, he was in charge of general protocol. My brother, my sister, he went down the drain. And when he died, Ghanaians wept all over the place. According to the mother, he was not happy with his marriage because there was a certain MP from the Ashanti region who was lurking around his wife. And when the wife gave birth, Samuel Aboagye believed that the child was not his. Today the child is 3 years old. This is the beautiful Abigail Salami, aka Joy Linda, my brother, my sister, and the beautiful baby here, whose face has been blurred for obvious reasons. According to the mother, Sammy was always looking for a way to have a DNA to ascertain the fact that this child was truly his. But there was one NP they fingered. It came out that Ghanaians started fingering the wrong person because the wrong person spoke too early. And who was the wrong person? Honorable Eko Vincent Asifwa. This guy, many people, the moment he started speaking, started to link him up to the baby because they actually look alike. The skin color. And then he thought it was a joke. Before he realized that the Titanic was sinking, his name had already been muddied. Yesterday, we brought you the full story. When I spoke with the family, they told me point blank, this is not the guy. We don't even know him. He was not even at the funeral. This man himself told me, and remember yesterday we brought you that screenshot for documentation purposes. I wrote to him and said, good afternoon, Honorable. Blakk Rasta here. And he responded 2 minutes later and said, Senior, I said, following up on the Abigail story, I know you denied being the father. And he said, I don't know the lady from Adam. Today I spoke with the lady. Today I also spoke with Sticka. And I also spoke with another person whose identity I'll be bringing up very soon. When Sticka spoke to me, in fact, he cried tears. He told me, Black Rasta, may God kill me. Nyankopon kume. I know her. I've known her in the past. But for the past 7 years, I never saw this woman. In fact, even before she got married, I never met her. And when her husband died, the family invited me to the funeral. When I went, there she was sitting. And I greeted her. She couldn't even respond because she was weeping. They even gave me food, which I didn't eat. I'm sure that by now, he's thanking his stars for not eating that food because he believes that the family is out to disgrace him. Sticka told me so much. It's a very lengthy interview, but we're going to break it into just about 5 minutes so that you hear exactly some of his sentiments. What did Sticka say? In fact, when he called, we started speaking English and recounted the days in Amas, Kumasi. And then he said, Black Rasta, don't record me. I said, I will never record you without telling you. After we had spoken, I asked him, Honorable, are you ready for the interview? He said, okay, you can record me now. And then I started recording him. But who is this guy? He was born in 1970 in Afrancho. He went to school in Afrancho, then went to Opokuwari, and then Tiamade Secondary School. He has a PhD from the University of Ghana. So he's Dr. Stephen Amoah. He became the Deputy Finance Minister in the days of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, after the Deputy Finance Minister John Kuma passed on. That is the dossier in a nutshell. Let's listen to him now that you know who he is.
Mr. Rasta, I'm my sister. What about one thing? Other casa, when me family na casa.
Right.
And the pointing fingers at me. All these while, no, what's the speculation? I could. And I mean, direct case, direct statement. Yeah, LNK family na. Let's make this family na for Emerald Council. It may prepare with numbers and so. They didn't come with that. Who can't allege because you didn't know about the issue yourself, which I appreciate that a lot. But you also be a minister, the catch you and let's say, Yankopon or Hathaway. Let you know minimum and you need to ensure. I got a few soon, you wanted to say, you could you mean that in the years. I got 7 years. We won't even Qatar, Vigilante, which I want to say, who said, year paso. Only invite me. You know, I'm so happy. I know also. It's soon that I do a mere and also unity. I'm saying, Abby, Yamada, I'm an how. Fine. Like Tara Church after number Kennedy Care boy. Apart from the year last year, me movie, they can feel soon near. Sabi. Me wouldn't be able to win say in part and then a capacity. I to act any more that. Yami or tissue enemy dancing. It's immediate. At the bottom of lawyers, I'm a woman court. You cannot be a cabbage.
Wow.
A crying home, Bermano, as boyfriend and as a husband. Send me the Shannon book and then I be that. And I'm a Shannon Lakata. Apart from said, a year by you invited me, Yankopon. I will never do that.
Wow.
I didn't find the little of this storm, my brother. Why? I have policy come to the other. Never catch us, I'm a liar. Some said, well, I'm a champion. I saw for be creating young from society. But that's some case away here. What about Thomas society? They say, I go and feel that is the emphasis. I go and feel soon. We never said between 6 and 7 years. Let you know, you won't cry and Qatar say, I do want to say, till a year last year, we'll be invited back now. You feel I can't be in On it, why age now? Let us on it, I'm going to cry a few years and son or more, Japan. You mean she am Katai, the regular. Intimate Black Rasta, Macho, and you know, and now I'm going all out to tell my lawyers. Right, it is an intro, lawyers and more men drunk or more, she made a cocotte.
Patrol, dear na family no who say, and I say, Samuel ABOAGYE no who say, only woman wa dated that.
Say I dated that, on no crowd doing that, I dated you, enough, whatever crowd date, and I did it, whatever it is, I don't know. The time I did, I said, Oba Kushia, Oba, the girl past relationship, and I'm phobia, I'm sure he might have known.
Okay.
And then this will be a time, let you know, whenever I am Kofano. Every time I want to be another time or another, I don't know. If I thought to catch him in down, he wanted that company say a year after me. The picture, I mean, was a machine, being tight. So the shell to be a machine, and minimum say here, intimate. Okay. About the picture, Nama, a dear, which I was organizing any. So I see me down here, I don't go for the place. If you are to be near me, I mean, they mean said here. If you are not moving me, it's the entire understand at the cross of body. I make a choice, and fear very soon. And my teacher is a family no more sooner, Ukushia, the catcher. And a dear, let you know, so a very decent woman.
Wow.
When you say, Sabi, then Casa. I can't find it, may I can't in intro. When you say, I'm not what show my mano, and you may any Yasia, no, I take pass or be taken memory.
I think Pacho obey DNA no one if it's necessary.
Oh, it's not even a book or not to go to the other DNA. I'm 100%. But by being young poor, why will I go and impregnate somebody's wife? I'm ready, 100% ready to make DNA. But why will I do that? Some of when you will be back. Let me do what you hear. I'll be forced to do the DNA. And you will say, I can't make and you think of it worth for my mother and the shame, and my mother.
Oh,
the man 100 years near tree. My mom is so traumatized. Why did they want to do this to my family? Why? Why do they want to do this to my family?
But why do you think the family is doing this? Adenti.
I betray them no when Yankopon. With the majority say dear, I know you may imagine. They are not the man is scared of a man could catching the properties they be an empty. Oh yes, sir. I don't know. If you could have your family in your put there, sir. Your family almost one.
Ampa.
And to the which she knows, as the way a big test case in our country. And your main core as a politician, too. But the rumors that people peddle to tarnish the reputation, the hard and dignity of people like us.
Right. Martin said, oh, warrior, is it true? Or you are divorced?
Oh, wait there. Don't worry about Rasta. Maybe you're cooking.
Okay. All right.
Don't worry.
Okay. Yanko Ponte, Obeware, my former schoolmate from TI Mother Secondary School, Kumasi, STICKA. Stephen Amoa, he opened his heart and spoke. It's a very lengthy interview. He said things. But all in all, my brother, my sister, he says he's ready for the DNA. The last time he saw the woman, just before the funeral, was about 7 years. I asked him whether they had dated before. He didn't want to go straight to the point. He was like, oh, is it necessary whether we dated or not, you know. But in the interview, you know, we have a little bit of experience. You know how to go around it and get some information. So I asked, how did the husband get to know that you and the lady dated? He said, but did we really date? Maybe whilst we were around, some people told this man that, oh, you know what? This guy was dating this girl. Just rumors like that. But my brother, my sister, whether they dated in the past or not, that is not what we are talking about right now. Who donated the spermatozoa that germinated into a zygote and came out as a Homo sapiens? I spoke with Abigail Salami Aboagye, aka Joy Linda, all the way from her base in the United States of America. She told me, Blakk Rasta, it's out of respect I'm speaking with you. Don't record me. I said, I will never do without telling you. She said, my husband never said to me, and to the best of my knowledge, never said it to any member of his family, that he doubted the paternity of our baby. Could it be because of property that the family is all of a sudden building a story around the paternity of the baby, so the lady could be pushed out of anything that would come out in terms of property? Did they have problems in their marriage? Oh yes, a little bit of it, like in every marriage, but it wasn't big. But according to her, paternity had never been an issue, and she's surprised that this is all of a sudden becoming an issue. When I pursued on asking her more questions, she told me the lawyer said I shouldn't speak. I have filed through my lawyers to stop this DNA thing. But now, that's the good news now, I am ready for the DNA. I'm going to pull it out of court and go and ask for the DNA test myself, because I want to honor my husband, honor myself, and whatever must come to my little child. If they want to give to me afterwards, fine. If they don't want, they should keep that. I am not after property. This is a bona fide child of Samuel Aboagye. The family should rather be treating her like a queen rather than what they are doing to me. And then I asked her, why did you refuse to do the DNA test when they asked you to do that, to be able to identify your husband whose body had been charred beyond recognition? She said, Blakk Rasta, I never refused to do any DNA. They never even pursued. What it was this: there was supposed to be a DNA. Any member of the family could have done the DNA. The brother, the sister, even the mother or the father. But they insisted that the baby should do the DNA. I agreed at first, but my lawyers were not happy with it. It looked like they had an ulterior motive. My husband Samuel Aboagye had another child. They could have done that, and that's even an older child, but they were coming for my little toddler. I suspected that there was something ulterior about their motives. So I decided that I had to protect my little baby. But now, where it has reached, I will honor my husband. We will go for that test. My brother, my sister. Meanwhile, Honorable Eko Vincent Assefoa, who was initially fingered in the wrong place, has decided to ask his lawyers to write to two people and ask them to apologize after retracting the things they had put out about this man called Honorable Assefoa. One of them is Honorable Didi, all the way in the UK. As for her, she's been battling under my post with fans. People accusing her and she's firing them back. She says, come to the UK and sue me. Let's test the laws. So Honorable Didi is on one side. But the deputy director of Petroleum Hub, his name is Kobe Onassis. This guy here spoke to me and granted me an interview. And he told me, Blakk Rasta, I never mentioned that MP's name. I knew who was being fingered. So there was nowhere I mentioned that it was this Esifuwa man. But because it's a big week of his party, he wants to put it on himself and make noise. So he posted. What did he post at first that made the NP think that it was him? This one. At such age, having occupied deputy ministerial positions and being MP, and if you can't find a wife but go after people's legitimate wives, then you are cursed. And hashtag light they show. According to Onassis Kobe, Esifuwa has not been described here. How many times has he been a deputy minister? But the other guy that he meant had been a deputy minister a number of times. So why did Esifuwa say that it was him? So he responded. What did he say? Watch what he put out in response to what the lawyers wrote. Look at it. And it says, rejoinder to claim of defamation by Honorable Vincent Eko Esifuwa. I have seen a threat of suit regarding a Facebook post I made yesterday and wish to make a few things clear. First of all, my post was not about Honorable Vincent Eko Esifuwa. And I am honestly surprised how you could conveniently align yourself to it. I never mentioned anyone's name, used a picture, or made any reference that could point to you in particular. Unless one chooses to read meanings that simply are not there. A critical and analytical reading of my post makes that obvious. I fully respect everyone's right to protect their reputation, just as I also value my own right to express opinions freely and responsibly. For that reason, I see no need to apologize or retract a statement that was never directed at you. That said, I want to make it clear that I hold no ill will towards you or anyone else. The statement stands as part of my defense. Asemno emfa asemno emfa. Dash it away. That's a response, and that's what the gentleman says. My brother, my sister, how does this pan out? It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonomo. I spoke with Honorable Eko Vincent Esifuwa just before we came into the studio. It's been a very busy day, and he said, don't mind him, Blakk Rasta. I will show him that the law works in Ghana. As to what he has next, it looks like 2 suits are beginning to come out of this DNA test issue. STICKA says he's going to sue the family. Then we hear Esifuwa threatening to sue. My brother, my sister. And Joy Linda has also filed a suit. So 3 would all of a sudden be erupting from the grapevine. It's a Black Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. And this is where the truth lives. When we return, we read your comments and get ready to go. Hey ya! Hey yo! Wayo!
Go on, Skipper George.
Blackpot. Coco show them.
It's the Blackpot, aka Kukushonamo, and here we speak truth to power. Okay? Alright, so send your comments in, send them via Facebook, let them also come via YouTube. From Monday, we're going to be streaming live also on X, formerly called Twitter. If you haven't subscribed to that channel yet, please do. We are also on TikTok. You can find us also on Instagram. This is the voice of the people. It's the headquarters of the truth, the channel of truth. Ebenezer Ando says, take your flowers. And he says, more fire. Farouk Dech says, respect, Blakk, true to power. Gaba PM Boss says, fire, yeah. Tardy Boy says, Blackpot, fire, burn. Okay? More comments coming in. Yes, we have Toshiharo Kitamura. He says, if he apologized or not, a beast is the beast, period. No matter how much they apologize. Alex Marte says it's extremely manipulative. Yawadobo says lack of noun. Miss Bridget says Ghanaians must be wise. Nobody should divide us based on tribes. We have come a long way to allow people like him to come and destroy our beloved country. Clement Suli says the secret of life is to have no fear. It's the only way to function. Ali Dujiwa says, Black Rasta, me love you too much, bro. Bernie KD says, Blakk, Kennedy's apology should not even change the mindset of the rest of the other tribes because that apology would be a big lie. His statement is a red flag to Ghanaians. Alassane Tahiru says, Blakk, have you now realized that Kennedy Japan is a rough material to be president of Ghana? Majority of us know. Long time ago that Kennedy Japan would be very terrible a president than Akufo-Addo. Well, we saw a few red flags, but we always want to give a man a chance if he wants to be a better person, right? It's not like we haven't known. I've criticized Ken in the past and all that, and people on this show, he's supporting Ken, he wants Ken to be president and all that. Well, I'm sure a lot of you have seen that this is the headquarters of the truth. It's all about the truth. Ambitious also says NPP in Kwasiafua People Party, they will be in opposition for 50 years. Mustafa Mohammed says, I am late today, Black Rasta, watching you live from Italy. More fire. Okay? More comments coming in. All right. Regina Adole says, Ghana politics, very cheap for this man to become president. Vanel says, no amount of apology can convince me to vote you as president. Shake my head. Toshiharo Kitamura, I regretted voting for MPP from Kufuor and the wicked wizard Nana Addo in 2016. I insulted my brother and sister because of this dwarf. Akwesibi says he never had anything, Black Rasta, right from the scratch. Wafasian says Kennedy is never a presidential material. No. Alassane Tahiru says, Blakk, I have now come to know that no one can corrupt you with money to speak for them. You always say that Kennedy Japan is your friend, and sometimes he even dashes you money. But today you are bashing him. A+ gave me money. We spoke about A+ here. Money should not let me sell my conscience. It's all about Ghana. I always sing this Dagbani song. Dante makatuma manje. Aye. Ye dante makatuma manje. Dinyala dante makatuma manje la 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 la. Haba. Ye dante makatuma manje. Yilma. Haba. Dante makatuma manje. Wait. Dinyala dante makatuma manjela la 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 abba. It means if only you would gift me or you buy for me and later insult me, I don't want it. If you want to give me a gift and insult my conscience later, keep it. Manjela la 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 la. No. We can't sell out. No way. No way. We always follow the truth. That's why they love us and they are scared of us. Because they know if they go against the truth, they go against us. They know it. That's why a lot of us have fallen by the roadside, because they couldn't stand by the truth. It's not easy to stand by the truth. Be ready to go hungry. I remember Ken telling me, Blakk, Wuna will say we are justice, honest, straight. I'm a here, I'm a Udi here. That was the first time I heard that term, Udi here. Deep tree. Other guys no. See fear me your business. We see we are justice, and we laughed over it. He's a nice guy. And when he goes wrong, we have to put him right. That's all. Okay? Say Bishaibu says, greetings, my brother. I think the MPP is not a serious political party at the moment. They need to overhaul the whole leadership. Big up, bro. Toshiaro Kitamura says, seriously, the mentality of Ghanaians is based on who becomes the president. For Nana Addo to be president is the biggest mistake. That was measured by the level of thinking, and we can't repeat this. Ken Colley says, fire, yabu, fire. Mohammed Banjeyawan says, welcome on board. We are live. Subscribe, like, and share. Share, and share. Greetings to Nana Wable. Na Wable. Na Wable in Dagbani means Ohina Oya Apache. Na Eyo Ohine. Wable Eya Apache. Enti Ohine Apache. Ana Nana Apache. So now Wable and all families and friends in Ashaiman, our country or nothing. Wayoy, signed MC Scorpion inside Ashaiman. Tindani Issa says, good evening, Blakk. Keep the fire burning. Akwesi B says, that guy called Ken isn't normal. Akwesi B says, look at him. Regina Adole says, just look at him. Abena says, are we building a nation or a political party? Oh, Ghana. Akwesi B says, Ken is a greedy guy. Philip Owusu says, you too much. Why, Black Rasta? I have become addicted to your show. Respect, Philip. Toshiharo Kitamura says, we will never endanger ourselves to these wicked criminals who are coming to us with an innocent face, like they are angels, but deep down they are evil. God will forever punish and expose them all. Vanel says, what at all does he need power for? After all these years in parliament, Akozibi says, they don't have any message for Ghanaians, only stupid talks. Okay? Akozibi says, Ken will be worse than Nana Addo should he be Ghana's president. And of course he can't. Akwesibi says, Black Rasta, he has said this many times. Well, we recounted a couple of times. Michael Kuse says, hello, General. Don't mind that MP. Safe. If I go back and learn law very well. Kenneth David says, blessings, Blakk. Akatapore says, love. Emmanuel Amnia says, I trust none of these so-called politicians praying for the downfall of a sitting government as an opposition so that your party will take over. Such a dirty game. Ronald Darko says, why good evening to you. Mr. Black Rasta, speak truth to power. Shifu is Shifu. Lawal says, you always say it is the way it is. It is the way it is. It is what it is. I remember a few months ago when you were praising the same Kennedy and you were being bashed left and right. You are a good citizen, Black Rasta. You always say it the way it is. Thank you. Powerhouse says all accounts come together. You cannot win an election in Ghana even if you all come together. Well, instead of coming together, let's unite. I like that message. Don't let us go back to the days of Yatian, NLM. Bafo Yakoto. Toshiaro Kitamura says, if Ghanaians mistakenly vote for the NPP, we are doomed. Ghanaians, let's not forget what these NPP people did to us. They took us to hell. And thank God we have been rescued. No bonsam jam. Okay? And we have more comments coming in. Okay? Yeah, we'll just take a couple more and then we'll go straight up into the next story. Okay? All right. So, Emmanuel Ania says, Blakk, you are indeed a truthful guy. You don't mince words and you don't fear any personality involved. Ambitious says, demon like yourself, father. Oh, demon like your useless father. Demon. What is this comment about? And please, on this platform, we don't tolerate this kind of language. We don't insult people's fathers and mothers and nah. It's a platform for level-headed people. No kwasia aboa here now. Please. Ambitious. Yeah? Glory Kojo Zramedo says, hi Blakk, you are doing a great job of getting to the truth. Keep it up. Yadobo says, je salue mon historien. L'homme qui ne fait que parler de la vérité. Je ferai tout possible pour vous rencontrer un jour. Que Dieu vous protège. How many people can speak French? Hey, Black Rasta, we have been too much. Uka French, uka Latin, uka Chinese, uka Abrobe. My God, kasano nyinamite. What he said is, as a salute, man historian, I greet you, my historian. You are the man who says nothing but the truth. And I'm doing everything possible to meet you one day. May God protect you. Eric Eshan Staffier says, Rasta, it is great listening to you and your deep analysis of the issue on discussion. Keep the fire burning. Respect, Eric, and thank you for having me here for the first time. Please make sure you subscribe before we leave. AGYAPONG says Kennedy AGYAPONG is a corrupt guy and he lied about Anas. Raskaba says, I promise myself not to respect Kennedy AGYAPONG till because he doesn't respect Ghanaians. Always talking anyhow like a mad Desmond Seldla says Ken was we don't have that evidence. He's denied it several times. Kwabikwe says AGYAPONG, you are absolutely right. Emmanuel Ania says, Blakk has never been biased, even if it's his mother or father. He says it as it is. Wow. Your kind is rare, honestly. Salute of patriotism. Thank you so much. Straight into action. Share the broadcast. Last story. Story number 3. Watch this, my youth. What are we talking about? Sad story of A+ British soldier brother. Who is A+? Kwame A+. Do you know him? His full name is Kwame Asare Obeng. I like him. He's been involved in a few controversies here and there. But he's a level-headed guy. He knows when to say, I'm sorry. And he knows when to say, let's move on. He knows when to stand, and he knows when to fall. He knows when to rise from a fall, and he knows when to keep standing. I respect him. 1 year busy. He was born in Gomoa. Right there, in Fantiland. Central region. This is A+. According to Wikipedia. He is a Ghanaian hip-hop musician, political activist, and a politician. He is the member of parliament for Gomoa Central constituency. Hey! And this is the life of A+. He was born on Independence Day, 20 years after Ghana's independence in 1977. 3 years after I was born. And he was born in Salt Pond. Salt Pond, Ghana. And he is the second of 8 children of Mr. Daniel Obeng. Remember that name, I'm going to get back to it. Mr. Daniel Kwesi Obeng, a proprietor. He had a school that he was running, and A+ attended that school. In fact, he made sure that his children attended his own school. A+ spent his early years in Gomoa Asebu, that's his hometown, in the central region of Ghana. His father owned the Gomoa Mine Preparatory School, where A+ began his education. He has multiple degrees, such as a BSc in Public Administration and a Master's in International Relations Development from GIMPA. Did you know that A Plus is a lawyer too? He also has an LLB from the University of Ghana, Legon. He's a lawyer in the making. He has an LLB. Did you know that? This is A Plus. Kwame Asare Obeng. He has a brother. You know, he comes from a family of 8 people. It's a beautiful family. In fact, and right from the start, when they were growing up, the father was so interested in education. It was a beautiful family. You see the mother take them, the children out to show them around. This is the mother. And this is A Plus and his little brother. The second of 8 children. Ladies were also inside. This is the mother. Look at the ladies and look at the guy standing in the middle. I'm going to be talking about him pretty soon. And this is a very deep story. My brother, my sister, this is the family. The mother is a very beautiful woman and she has blessed her children with her face. When you look at this face, it looks like my mother's face. It looks like A Plus's face. And looks like all the other children's face. This is A Plus's mother. My brother, my sister. Now, one of A Plus's brothers decided to go to school. And after going to school, he came out of school and it looked like nothing was happening for him. He was running around A Plus when he was doing his music. They moved from place to place doing the music. He was looking for money to take care of his father's school. The school was dwindling and he wanted to put it together again. It didn't look like it was working. But he was only interested in doing 2 jobs. The first one he wanted was fire service. He just loved to be a fire officer. Maybe he loved the uniform. If he didn't get fire, he wanted to be a prison officer. So there was an opportunity. They were recruiting, like they did a few days ago that ended in the Elwak disaster. So he bought 2 forms, one for prisons and one for fire. Fire never called him. It was the prisons that called him. And when he went, he stood in the sun the whole day. And he did the medicals, he did everything. He passed everything, including the exams. He made friends there. When the final list came out, his name was on the board. He had been picked by the Ghana Prison Service to come and work. And his dream was supposed to come true. But they never wrote to him to tell him, you have been accepted. And who are we talking about? Terry Obeng. Terry Obeng. This is the guy. My brother, my sister, they didn't. Before he realized, somebody was using his name, his admission or recruitment, his employment opportunity had been given to somebody who assumed his name. So Terry was at home, waiting to be called to come and do prison's work, and it didn't happen. Somebody was using his name at the prison service. He tried. They spent money. It didn't work. Then he made a friend on Facebook. The friend told him there was an opportunity to become a British soldier. He thought it was a joke. And then he went into it. He didn't pay anything serious. The rest of the story he will tell us himself. It's a very sad story. And it hits us so badly as a nation. Some of our creme de la creme are leaving the shores of this country because of corruption. Listen to him. He spoke in Fanti and also in English. This is A Plus's younger brother.
I can take this opportunity share my story of how I joined the British Army to you guys. Emia meeting home basa how meeting home time me join the British Army. How meeting be where you me wechi atete on my boy no crowd call. A boy in air, Matsumechi 1, 2, 3. Akodaha, on Chakra meeting, Medaya account. How I was able to join the British Army, like how I am, a Ghanaian, without paying 1 cedi, without buying any forms for 500, 300, whatever amount of money. Before I could go to that story, I can tell you one experience I had trying to join the Ghana Fire Service and the Ghana Prison Service and how it ended. About 2018, 19, 20, thereabouts. And many information there, all the forces they recruit. Police, prisons, fire, army, and the rest. I had options. The one way then it would be very easy give me be the police and the army. But I told my cousin, Ophelia, that there is no chance I would join Ghana Army or Ghana Police. It will be attractive to me. The one way I like be the prisons. The one I like be the fire. Semenya fire, I will go for prisons. Fire day. If the Gbebia we are seeing now to her, not the Ghana Fire Service to her, I will take Ghana Fire Service because it be attractive give me. So I bought the forms. That time now the forms here 100 cedis was a baby. We want to frame the Jack Adibefa. Fire and frame. Prisons no frame. Or may a date for screening. It was Cape Coast. I think it's Ankafu prison or something. They've got a very big yard. It him ho. Inti yakwai. For checking for tattoos now. They make a crime. I found count. How am I bought tattoo? Papa not down. No. Papa not down. My bought tattoo now. That's the middle army. Yako screening. What checking for tattoo? What checking for na say? What checking your baby? What checking your baby? Jack. You didn't room the entire day. What uncle for gym? You go just a light for screening the whole day for screening. Fine, you buy here. Me buy me pass screening. No, was set another date for another 10 and so you're quite. I think it was 3 stages or something like that. No, set another date. The last one was exams. Me pass exams ne kama. Ti me what the man na that year trained over friend there. Brabesen akwadeng. Called training. Tom one friend that. But you see, say if you go this assessment and things, you don't make friends. So then we take one of numbers and things. I guess some boys will take them a numbers. See, but me friend boy back one. Me no call assessment. No boys in the back when I me share there. Charlie, how did the whole thing go? What friend one another everybody? See, me friend one also walk training room. Now one friend. I'm say them no say but boy back could be there. One friend on see. My friend, now my friend and boy, and I've forgotten his name. No say Charlie, na benti number. Nam say na one friend me dey aba. No say now din bobodo Terry Kwame Obeng. Nam say you don't mean it. No say serious, now din bobodo. Your name dey board. Nam say ebia no nye me Terry Kwame Obeng bia no be for. Also okay, I go try find that boy. The person we be Terry Kwame Obeng for the board. I go try find am and see say if there was truly a Terry Kwame Obeng. Charlie, boy, any investigation. This one no be lie. No realize it there. The boy way then he be the Terry Kwame Obeng. They know they call him Terry Kwame Obeng. So me say then my name dey board, but they swap me with somebody. So the Ghana prisons are no go. Fire and put the one frame cry. I had in painful be cry. Woko and maybe a baby. Oh, Charlie, that time was spending about 2,000 Ghana cedis. So that time, still nah. One farm was swap will be needing in the show. Until me transportation, the be me di me forms are me toy kumasi are me koi me sika what is shame na di na ya fan say be 2,500 Ghana cedis as at that time. Still na mami kro na mpede me som no me nya. Me oho na guy be sending friend request over Facebook. Na me call through in profile na who the or British Army or Ghana or friend fleance chere. Inti ye chatting kakra no so Charlie the content I they do about you for day the Ghana then that start you for day the Ghana fresh then you for day the Ghana content then be the A+ or nothing see the BM that be why I send me friend request I'm so senior me that's it so Jack me nya boga yanko or me friend me post that down or comment also post that no my comment me then the picture check my boy me say hey akwo to coin on down and Czech Republic or on Spain hey akwo chilo so we became friends nti omi nam who there we post the obituary of ne papa. I'm say, oh, I'm sending friend request now. Mr. Friend, I'm sending message. And I'm say, oh, senior, hey, me sorry there, oh papa, with him now. And she shared to them. So, Oba Ghana this date and this days to be I'm say Bape friend Makwa. So a day meeting one Thursday, no from there. Trouble maybe do Ghana. So nice. I'm say we meeting as me, we meeting the pair. I go come Accra, then come meet you, then go the funeral. I say I go wedge you. I finish the meeting where I call my senior man. He give me all the directions to where he did for Accra, where I go crush him. So we go sleep in friend being there. And we are to move to Brekum the next day. Jack, and I do not hear that I want to say, Charlie, British Army will be recruitment. I'm so senior. Now, British Army, ah, can you remember British Army? Now, Ghana fire, now you cry in Ghana British Army. No, oh, it is simple. When you be a DBA, but to my yama, I'm senior day. Charlie, I see him far away. No, it's okay. No problem. Make I give him my Gmail. He now go run things, give me. So I give him my Gmail. That be the thing I give the man. That be the only thing I give Fleance. Gmail. Where Fleance give the Gmail to one guy, they call him Danny. Danny, everywhere he did be a salute. Where Danny run things, give me. So I did, then Danny go call me. Charlie, give me your national IDs, voters, whatever ID. I'm just send it, Danny. Date, birth certificate, passport. I'm just send it, Danny. SSC certificate, BEC certificate. I'm just send it, Danny. Jack, me meaning that's all because me will say we cheated to. I feel more one day Danny Jack. Aka police report. If you police report now, be medicals. From there now, what the invitation by the record. I'm say, are you serious? I say, yeah. Quite police reports. Now I'm quite police report for 120 cities. A day like 1 week later, we then say medicals. Yeah, medicals. Yeah, they attach it. Then he say from her we invite the bar. Invite to body to dinner another to breakfast. Invite there bra UK now bra be your assessment. Hey Danny, what's I'm looking? Okay, fine, no problem. Jack, mo ho and pampa. Danny send a message. We invite her. I'm say that time I dey struggle. They try to make my puppy in school stand. I dey try get loan from here. Go claim some loan. Be my came my chest. Opportunity for that time. Charlie Abrabona ye me basa o. To be a many done in your British Army cry like it not be something where me train a home po. So they make me like dream. I'm like anyway fine. So Abis Danny say, what's up now? I call my senior man Fleance. He say, we for apply for visa with the invite from the British Army. Then you go. So I go my father in there. We explain everything, show my father. My father say, come. My father take me past back there, 5 feet, no say. And once I saw that 4 plot, Tony Nana fire officer. It's okay. So I shoot the land finish. We are reserve some of the money, say, if the application go through where I go, I will take that reserved money back. I give my father. Make them take the taxi. Then time now Chris Vincent. Now Fleance also on your mom. So that be how I can meet lawyer Chris Vincent in Japan. Jack, that visa application process alone be another story. I don't want to disturb this whole story with that one. So that one I go left arm, then we go talk about another time. The day the visa come, I watch the visa and then I cry. I'm like, life. Like, it be so funny. The place you they chase the success of, the success they come from somewhere they chase you. We were doing one assessment date. It was 1 month from the time we do UK. Then I'll go the assessment. I'll be very emotional guy. People don't know. As long as I make a very crowd. That's why me I pour my anger for Facebook. Yeah, me yaw says I'm paying for no. I know they respect them because Ghana the things we get like the boys for chill. Like the youth for chill. Like can you be able to quine? Yeah, I'm forgetting I'm in Kamasem. So they give me date for assessment. I go meet so many Ghanaians for the John Philip, so many boys for the assessment. Charlie, it was a vibe. I go make John send me those pictures we took, and I'll add it to this video. The army paid for my train for assessment. Because woman baby mama die, woman me buy me di. What the yanku good dying beam. Na doctor afro no I check you fit no am I press up kakra no am I chia ho kakra de mi na nini na ye pass. The following day was the exams near try ye na we passing or catching ho ade I pass or my certificate. Yeah, the call training. My brother, As we did training, or then they pay we. They give us food 3 times a day, give us everything. Then they pay us £1,200 every month. Everything concerning going for my training, going for my medical test, everything, the army paid for it. And so Ghana in pedo awesome na ne man. You know yame man obi ne man. Ghana in pedo awesome na ne man. Hwe. Ada wode me kom in 2019-20 kojina ankafo prisons the whole day we rem still now wode obi ne din wode obi replace him krowa mi fidu minyim do hwe. They gave me the opportunity. I've got medals. What they ohini sidoni yakoye yakapsoja fona akoboa no ho. I got a medal. I've been interviewed by BBC, Daily Mail, Sky.
I'm confident that I'm going to help, and I'm ready to do it.
So
I've got a coin.
I've
taught
in Wales have been
to
talking
coin.
to the unions about
The army has given me a lot, but you ain't paying for no. Opeda obi wu. Opeda wo say kro no na BBC. Obe ma 2 CD. No aka cha de wa boa. Why? Nka RASTA yin de nka soja de nka me de yeden. RASTA yin. It my join obi na army my ye. But mami crow common tattoo cra. Mintum fan join mami crow na army.
Mamu krom common tattoo muntum fan join army. Sad story, isn't it? Now he said something that touched me. He said there, England is not his country. And what he's doing there is probably not from his heart, because in Rasta's day, what am I going to do with soldier? He wanted to be a fire officer. They denied him. He passed, but they gave the chance to somebody to impersonate him. Prison service is unto you. Who is there now at the prisons? That is called Terry Kwame Obeng. He's impersonating this guy. Now, when you look at this photograph, look at his arm. That's the tattoo of his father. And listen to this. He went to his father and he gave him the family's 4 plots of land. Sell and go. And blessed him. You know what he said? When he went there and succeeded, his first priority was to send money home for a car to be bought, to be used as a taxi, to bring home money for the family. 8 children in the family. A+ is not from a wealthy home. No, I'm not from a wealthy home. Unfortunately, when he arrived in England and started to make it, and could make enough money to even buy 5 cars, look at what happened. Funeral of Daniel Kwesi Obeng, 23rd September 2023. The father had died. He probably didn't leave to ride that taxi to say, oh, my son, Terry Kwame Obeng gave me this. He was a darling boy of the family. The mother used to carry him on the back, carry him all over the place to the Jehovah's Witnesses chapel. They call it the Kingdom Hall. He was a brilliant chap amongst his own siblings. And when he got the opportunity to go, he wanted to buy a car for his own father. But before he could do it, there was a funeral waiting at the chapel, Jehovah's Witnesses Kingdom Hall. A+ was brought up as a Jehovah's Witness. All these people. And it was just around the COVID time when the father passed on. So they had to do the funeral and get people to also watch via Zoom. Today, my brother, my sister, are our authorities ready to give the opportunity to those who truly want to serve? Or is it a job in default? Oh, I want a job I couldn't get, so if I get army, I'm good. I know people who truly are dying for army. If you give them anything they don't want, they just want to be soldiers. Some want to be police, but they are not those who get recruited into the police. It's big men's friends and what have you. Some are not even qualified. Who is Terry? Kwame Obeng recruited in the prison service. We're going to investigate this and bring him out and find out who put him there. In the interim, Terry, Kwame Obeng, thank you so much for sharing your story. When I saw it early today at dawn, I was enjoying it. Then I realized that he looked so much like A+. He also looked like Kobirana. So, then the Kwame Obeng, I said, no, this should have something to do with A+. A little research, I realized that they shared the same father and mother. My brother, my sister, this is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. Give us the opportunity to serve our nation. Don't give it to people just because you have the power to give. Give it to those who qualify and are ready with the passion to do the work. It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, and here we speak truth to power. It's time now to say bye-bye to you. We appreciate you and we love you. Let's see your final comments and we are out of here. Okay? Remember to share the broadcast. Okay, Tairu Audu Bako says, Jamilu Ibrahim, more fire. Abdul Rauf Yusuf says, Waru Ming. Solly Ivan says, hello, good evening, everyone. Stephen Elikem Lawson says, Black Rasta, good evening, my African prophet. Ose Prempe the second says, hey, Sticka, how did Speaker know her in the last 7 years? He said he knew her long ago, but the last time they met was 7 years ago, prior to the funeral. That's what he said. Okay, more comments coming in. And who is this? Phil Kujo, right? Says, Black Rasta, your show is very educational, but of late, the insults are too much. It seems you are about to join the Kelvin Taylor cargo. Are you sure? Insults on this show? Well, they are ultra quino on Nimse Chia. I'll go and play it back and see the insults that are there. We don't entertain insults here. We don't. Thank you for drawing our attention to this. We appreciate you. F4 Yesuto says, who is this block-headed low battery toy? What do you know about Black Rasta? Oh, please. F4 Yesuto, cool down, please. Cool down. Cool down. We will look at it. We will see if there are insults, but I don't entertain insults. Please. Morris says, Robert Anson, please stop. Not every Rasta smokes. Okay, I don't know what they're talking about. Alfredo says, my good brother, I am watching live from NKC, Nadoli Kalio constituency, the Upper West region. More fire. Shakim Stalino says, any man who sends a woman to school is a clown. Are you sure? Hey, what are you talking about? David Parford said, he said, you contains spellhead, but I don't know. Wheat can't spell head, something. I don't know. Please come again so we can understand what you're trying. Good evening, Black Rasta. Sticka must go for the DNA, no long talking. Okay, we hear you. And then, okay, that's Gariba, right? Gariba. Okay. Gariba Morris says, Robert Anson, please stop. Not every Rasta smokes. Okay, of course, not every Rasta smokes. Joe Franklin says, because of Ephesians 6, I go hard on him, but now most of the people are seeing that the NPP are just in for money. So let us just ignore these thieves and come together and help JM to move the country forward for us. One Ghana. Thanks. And this is Joe Franklin talking. More comments coming in. I say, I know it is only illiterate people that would always follow these NPP people. Well, illiterates are human beings and they deserve to know. Yeah, they are human beings. And there are so many illiterates in Ghana. It's a race for us to encourage them to be lettered rather than denigrating them. NPP and the truth are enemies. That's the truth. I agree. Augustus Sechi says Sumaila Zaid Mohammed Kompre couldn't touch the whole country. And Augustus Sechi said Garba Morris, you don't know. Okay. All right. So Das is it Joe GH says dash it away. NPP never again. More fire. Black Rasta. Come here. Williams Bills Wellington says Kuku show them more. Sumaila Zaid Mohammed says my friend stop the nonsense comments. Kennedy was the member of parliament for his constituency for many years there, and see how his people are suffering. What did he do for the Northerners? Okay. He's a philanthropist. He helps a lot of people around. Yeah, that you can't take from him. William Azilaku says, Felix, remember Jean Mensah still there as EC boss. Kumse, auto diagnosis is smiling. Daski Yaosomu says, Black Rasta, relax for us. Huge majority of sensible Ghanaians will never be taken for granted by selfish, greedy, so-called politicians anymore. We are wiser now. Respect. Salute of patriotism. And Charlotte Agbeka says, Augustus Sechi, if he has millions of followers, does it mean he's fit to be president? King D says, is it not MPP? We know them, Black. These people don't have anything good for our nation. MPP is a useless party, and rest in peace for them forever. Kumse auto diagnosis. Smiling. Okay? Augustus Sechi says, but why should they support him? When your Tamale Teaching Hospital wanted a generator to power the entire Tamale Teaching Hospital, it was Kennedy Japan who was there to provide it. So if they support him, what's wrong with that? So you see, he has gone to provide a generator for the hospital. For that matter, he can insult the people. Tell them that some people are royals and they are slaves. You see the mentality? You see the mentality? Dantamakatuma. Buy for me and insult me later. It's cool. Anyway, well, we are learning. We'll get there. Okay? Charlotte Agbeka says, I heard Kennedy's father is an Ewe, but I don't know how true it is. Brakojo Papa BGH says, he should go and chop his president in Kumasi then. Felix Kwabla Fiabu says, good evening, Black, watching you live. We all know the plan Kennedy has. No matter how he supports Bawumia, after he loses the primaries, they will never win the 2028 presidential election. Bawumia is never going to win nothing. Trinity says, Kennedy cannot be trusted. Okay? Bawumia, toilet commissioner. My brother. Gary Morris says, Muhammad Mustafa Abalumi, inconsistent because Kojo Papa BGA says, so what about the other tribes? Williams, Bills, Wellington says, Kuku, show them all. And Charlotte Agbeka says, I heard Kennedy's father is an Ewe. Well, we've read that. More comments? All right, we'll take 2 more comments and it will be done. Ebenezer Ando says, NPP, we don't have leaders now. Abubakar Yusuf Dobino says, fire. Ruth Jo Benuku Eja Ebate says, good evening, Black Rasta. You are welcome back. I'm here to listen to the truth. More fire. Ramahak says, surprisingly, some of the Northerners are even supporting the Kennedys. That is how they look down on the Northerners, no matter how much support we give them. Well, I mean, I don't have a problem with people supporting people. I have a problem with people insulting people and then inciting tribal sentiments and all that. No. Abubakar J. Osman says, politics has become so cheap in Ghana to the extent that people like Kennedy Japan want to rule this great country. And you have some Ghanaians rallying support for such tribal bigots. Blinky GH says, all the account people dislike the airways. Please, that's not true. It's a lie. Muhammad Mustafa Abalumi says, Black, you are an inconsistent person. How can I be consistent? I'm not a robot. It's only a robot that walks straight. I can't be the way you want me to be consistent because I have a brain. If I support you today and you misbehave, I withdraw my support. If that makes me inconsistent, then I'm the most inconsistent person. So you should support a man even if he's misbehaving. Is that what you're saying? Expatiate. Let's know. What do you mean by inconsistent? You know, Empress Safia says, ow. Rasmus Eli pin code says more fire. Maxwell Kokroko Komla says Blakk, you are too much. Sharp Coded says more fire. Trudy Shika says for Kennedy AGYAPONG to be tribalistic and disrespectful towards some tribes will never make him win the NPP flag bearer bid. Neither would he ever be president of Ghana. Never. Even if he becomes president of Ghana, I will not support him until he apologizes. Simple. You cannot talk like this and expect people with condescending views, people with brains to support you. No. Rudolph Basigayem says, I am here now with my black family. Alasan Tairo says, Kennedy AGYAPONG will never change. Some NPP Kennedy AGYAPONG supporters are painting him to look good, like the way NPP painted Akufo-Addo in the 2016 elections for Ghanaians to think that he was good, but he failed. Emmanuel Ania says, I honestly feel Sticka is telling the truth and he isn't the father of that child either. Ania Donani says, Black Rasta more fire. Abena says, some Ghanaian ladies, please, if you are a married woman, stop cheating on your husband. Now the disgrace is becoming too much. If you know you don't love your partner, just walk away. I agree with you. Ofori Kwaku says, I don't believe what he is saying. He's a big liar. Ani Adonani says, Abna, I second you. It's becoming too much. Why? Zigma says, Blakk the man. Owusue Champion says, by God's grace, maybe Sticka will marry Abigail. Ambitious Osei says, Black Rasta, God bless you for your truth to expose Sticka. Okay? Lifestyle and character says transformation. Big up, Black Rasta. I salute you. Okay? Unpredictable Babino says, but the critical question is, why is the lady preventing the court to block a request for a DNA test? Now she says she's ready because she thought it was a sinister, she felt it was a sinister motive. There were other people who could get the DNA from. Why me? Because you want to block me from inheriting anything. Alasan Tairu says, in the first place, if she has nothing to hide, why did she run to the court to stop the DNA? Billy Graham Don says, good evening, Blakk. Welcome tonight, and you are the best Ghanaian. May the Lord of our land, Ghana, bless you so much for the good work. Regina Adole says, oh, poor girl, what a greedy family. Abena says, Abigail, do the DNA if you are innocent. Come clean for everyone to know the truth. Zigma says, erratic, impulsive, unhinged. Okay? I don't know. I think he's referring to Ken. Abena says, I don't know why Ghanaians use emotions in everything instead of thinking critically. Regina Adole says, this is ridiculous for a young lady to go through this shame. Zigma says, desperado. Pissing Query says, Black Rasta, you are the most patriotic public figure I have ever seen. Thank you. Salute of patriotism. Emmanuel Ajekum says, God richly bless you, Black Rasta. And he says, please, I want you to also talk about Edubwine, right? Okay. We have been talking about Edubwine. So when we have new stories, we'll let you know. It's been the Black Pot, aka Kukushunamo, where we speak truth to power. Have a happy weekend. We'll see you again on Monday. And on Monday, we have big stories. Hey ya! Wayo! Wayo!